Hey, it's the Notebook Tech Guy, and today I'm going to go over the MSI GE72 APACHE PRO-242. I left a link in the description to get a great deal on this laptop, and you can also read the user reviews and see what other people are saying about it, so be sure to check that out. So I'm going to jump right into it with the performance. It's running the Intel Core i7-5700HQ processor. This is a 5th generation Core i7, so it's running the Broadwell architecture. And this is a very powerful Core i7 processor. It's one of the top performing mobile CPUs. Has turbo boost up to 3.5 GHz with a base clock speed of 2.7 GHz. So this means it could dynamically increase or decrease depending on what you're doing. So it's a quad core processor, can handle extremely demanding software and multitasking no problem. To add even more multitasking capabilities, there's 16 GB of DDR3 RAM. So you can just run a ton of programs in the background at the same time without worrying about sluggish performance. And 16 GB of RAM is more than enough for any modern game out there. So the GPU is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970M. This is one of NVIDIA's latest GPUs. It's an upper end GPU that can handle modern games smoothly on high or highest settings. So I'm going to go over some benchmarks so you can get a good idea of what you can expect with performance of this GPU. Grand Theft Auto 5, 67 frames per second on high settings with a 1080p resolution, 121 frames per second on medium settings. Battlefield Hardline Ultra settings at 53 frames per second, high settings at 83 frames per second, Evolve 61 frames per second on high, Dragon Age Inquisition 57 frames per second on high, 99 frames per second on medium. So this should give you a good ballpark idea of what you can expect for performance with this graphics card. So there's a spacious 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive, so you'll have plenty of space to store all of your games, media, and other data. So this model has a large 17.3 inch screen with a 1080p resolution, so you get that high pixel density, and then believe it or not, 1080p makes multitasking much better just because you have more pixels on the screen at the same time, and one small window isn't going to take up a lot of screen real estate. There's a backlit keyboard, Bluetooth support, DVD drive, and this model comes with Windows 10 and it only weighs 6 pounds, which is quite impressive for a 17.3 inch gaming laptop, so you do have some room for portability. It's also very thin at 1.14 inches. There's 3 USB 3 ports, 1 RJ45 port, and an HDMI out port. So to conclude, this MSI APACHE Pro is a great gaming laptop for the price. It's running that GTX 970M, has 16 GB of memory, and not to mention it has that Core i7-5700HQ processor. So performance is not going to be an issue for you with this laptop. Be sure to check out the link in the description to get a great deal on it, and you can read all of the user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.